Have you ever wondered why some people seem to have a natural flow of money into their lives, while others work day and night but can't seem to get ahead? What if I told you that the answer could be hidden in something as simple as salt? Yes, the same salt sitting quietly in your kitchen might hold a secret that goes back thousands of years. And when placed in one special spot in your home, it can shift energy and open doors to wealth in surprising ways. This may sound unusual, even unbelievable at first. But stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll not only understand the reason behind it, but you'll also learn exactly how to use this simple yet powerful method. A pinch of salt, when placed with intention, could become a silent guard of your finances, protecting you from losses and attracting unexpected money. Now, before you think this is just superstition, let's pause for a moment. Salt has been used for centuries in ways that go far beyond cooking. In ancient Rome, soldiers were sometimes paid with salt. That's actually where the word salary comes from. In Japan, sumo wrestlers still scatter salt before entering the ring, to purify the space. Across many cultures, salt has been seen as a symbol of protection, purity, and prosperity. What's fascinating is how all these traditions, though far apart, share the same belief: salt has the power to shift energy and bring blessings. And here's the part that few people know: in spiritual practices, not all corners of the house are the same. Certain spots are believed to be sacred energy points. They act like gateways, places where energy collects and flows. By putting salt in these sacred places, you're not just placing a crystal, you're setting up a silent magnet for abundance, drawing prosperity into your home while pushing negativity away. In this video, I'll guide you step by step. First, we'll explore the wisdom behind why salt is considered so powerful. Then, I'll reveal the exact sacred place in your home where a pinch of salt can make the biggest difference. And finally, I'll show you how to maintain this practice, when to replace it, how to dispose of it, and the mistakes you must avoid if you want it to work. Why should you watch until the very end? Because missing even one detail could mean the difference between success and failure. Many people hear about this practice but apply it incorrectly, and then they wonder why nothing changes. But today, you'll get the full picture: the history, the science of energy, the method, and the fine points that make all the difference. So, if you're ready to discover a simple secret that could shift your financial destiny, you're in the right place. Welcome to Bright Mind Within, where we share powerful methods to attract abundance, peace, and success into your life. Don't forget to subscribe and join our growing community, because the next few minutes could truly change the way you look at something as ordinary as salt. Since ancient times, salt has been more than just something to season food. It has always carried a deeper meaning. In many traditions, salt is seen as a purifier, a substance that clears away what is heavy, dark, or unwanted. People believed it could guard their homes from invisible forces, keeping both the body and the spirit safe. Even today, traces of this belief remain alive across the world. Think about it: in old European households, salt was sprinkled at doorways to stop evil from entering. In Japan, shopkeepers sometimes place small piles of salt outside their businesses to invite good fortune. Across the Middle East, salt was used to break curses and protect families from envy. All these practices may seem different, but they share one thing: the idea that salt doesn't just cleanse physically, it also clears energy. The reason is simple: many cultures believe that negative energy can block the natural flow of life. Just like clutter blocks a room, bad vibrations can block opportunities, including the flow of money. Salt, with its crystalline structure, is said to absorb this heaviness. It works like a silent sponge, drawing in the unseen negativity and leaving behind a space that feels lighter, calmer, and more open. This is why salt plays such an important role in feng shui and Vasta traditions. In feng shui, salt is used to neutralize stagnant energy, especially in places where it tends to gather: the corners of rooms, under furniture, or near entrances. Vastu also recommends salt to balance energy in the home, making it more welcoming to prosperity. Some even keep Himalayan or rock salt stones to continuously absorb harmful vibrations. Others place bowls of salt in hidden corners, allowing them to quietly cleanse the space without anyone noticing. When it comes to placing salt, not every corner of your home carries the same weight. There are certain spots where energy is stronger, almost like invisible crossroads. These are the places where salt works best, silently doing its job to clear blockages and invite prosperity. One of the most powerful places is the corners of your rooms. Corners are where energy tends to collect and grow stagnant, almost like dust that settles when a space is left untouched. That stagnant energy can make a room feel heavy, and in turn, it may slow down the natural flow of abundance. A small bowl of salt tucked neatly into a corner can absorb what doesn't belong, clearing the space so fresh energy can move again. Another sacred spot is the threshold of your home. The front door is not just a physical entry, it's an energetic gateway. Everything that comes into your life, visitors, opportunities, and even money, symbolically passes through this space. Placing salt near the door creates a shield, ensuring that only positive, supportive energy makes its way in while negativity stays outside. For those focused directly on finances, the money drawer or wallet is another key area. This is where your earnings and savings rest, and energetically it reflects your relationship with money. A small pinch of salt wrapped in cloth or placed nearby is believed to guard your wealth, keeping it safe from loss and attracting more to join it. If these main areas are not possible, there are alternatives. You might place salt under your bed to cleanse personal energy while you sleep, or in a small container in your workspace to clear mental blocks. Each of these spots carries a unique connection to your daily life, making the salt more than just a crystal. It becomes a quiet partner in inviting prosperity. Not all salt carries the same energy, and choosing the right kind is the first step. The most effective options are natural ones: sea salt, rock salt, or unrefined salt. These types are less processed, closer to the earth, and believed to hold a stronger vibration. Many people prefer Himalayan rock salt because of its crystalline purity, but even simple sea salt from your kitchen can be powerful when used with the right intention. The amount you use depends on the space and purpose. A small bowl filled with a layer of salt is enough for corners of rooms or near the doorway. For a wallet or money drawer, just a pinch wrapped in a piece of cloth or kept in a tiny container will do. The size isn't what matters most, it's the presence of salt in the right place, holding the right energy. Placement is important. In corners, salt is usually kept in a bowl or small dish. At thresholds, some place it under a mat or in a hidden spot so it doesn't get disturbed. If you're using it in personal areas like under the bed or near money, wrapping it in cloth or placing it in a discreet container keeps it clean and effective. Timing also plays a role. Some traditions suggest the first day of the month, when energies are fresh and beginnings are strong. Others choose full moons or new moons, moments tied to release and renewal. Morning hours, when the day feels pure and untouched, are also considered favorable. And above all, intention is what awakens the salt's power. As you place it, take a moment to clear your mind. Whisper an affirmation, say a prayer, or simply focus on the thought, "This salt protects my home, this salt attracts abundance." Your belief gives life to the ritual, turning a simple act into a channel for prosperity. Once salt has been placed in its sacred spot, it doesn't last forever. Over time, it quietly absorbs the heaviness around it, and when it has done its work, it needs to be replaced. Many traditions recommend changing it every week to keep the energy fresh. Others prefer a monthly rhythm, especially during the new moon, which symbolizes renewal. The exact timing can be adjusted, but the important part is consistency, letting the salt continue its cycle of cleansing and protecting without interruption. When the salt has finished its work, how you dispose of it matters. You should never keep old, heavy salt lingering in your home. Some people choose to bury it in the earth, returning it to nature so the energy can be transformed. Others wash it away with running water, symbolizing release and flow. What you should avoid is throwing it in the trash without intention, as that leaves the energy unresolved. A small gesture of respect during disposal keeps the ritual complete. There are signs that tell you when salt has absorbed too much. If it becomes damp, discolored, or forms clumps even in a dry place, it's a clear signal that it has been working hard. This is your cue to remove it, cleanse the space, and place fresh salt in its place. Paying attention to these subtle changes makes the practice more alive and personal. Supporting actions can also make the salt's effect stronger. Keeping your home clean and free of clutter allows energy to move more freely. Regularly airing out rooms, burning incense, or practicing other energy cleanses can work hand in hand with the salt. Together, they create a lighter space, one where money and opportunity feel welcome to stay. Like any practice, using salt for abundance works best when it's done with care. One of the most common mistakes people make is using too much of it. Salt is powerful in small amounts, but in excess, it can create imbalance. Just as too much salt in food ruins the flavor, overloading your space with salt can dry out the energy, making it feel heavy instead of light. A pinch or a small bowl is enough to do its work quietly. Another mistake is placing salt where it blocks the natural flow of energy. For example, leaving piles of salt directly in doorways or cluttered spaces can trap movement rather than invite it. Salt should support the flow of positive energy, not act as a barrier. Hidden corners, discrete containers, or thresholds beneath a mat work better than open, obstructive placements. Intention is another piece people often forget. If you place salt without thought, treating it like just another household chore, it loses much of its power. The energy behind the ritual is as important as the act itself. A simple pause to set your focus, even a whispered word of protection or abundance, can make the difference between an empty gesture and a meaningful practice. Not renewing the salt is another pitfall. When left for too long, it becomes saturated with what it has absorbed and can no longer do its job. Instead of protecting, it begins to hold stagnant energy. Regular renewal keeps the cycle fresh. And finally, it's important not to over-rely on salt alone. It can help cleanse and open the path for money, but action is still needed. Working hard, planning wisely, and making smart choices in daily life must walk hand in hand with any ritual for true prosperity to take root. Imagine a woman who felt stuck in her life. No matter how much she worked, the money never seemed to stay. Bills kept piling up, and opportunities passed her by. One day, she heard about the old practice of placing salt in specific places to cleanse energy and attract prosperity. Skeptical but curious, she decided to give it a try. She started with something simple, a small bowl of sea salt in the corner of her living room, a space that always felt heavy and uncomfortable. Within a week, she noticed the air felt lighter, and for the first time in months, she slept more peacefully at night. Encouraged, she placed another small pouch of salt in her wallet, tucked away where no one could see it. Within days, unexpected changes began to unfold. An old friend reached out and offered her freelance work. A small refund she had forgotten about arrived in the mail. These weren't miracles falling from the sky, but small openings, little shifts that seemed to move her finances in a better direction. She renewed the salt regularly, each time setting the intention, "This protects me, this attracts abundance." With every renewal, her confidence grew, and slowly, so did her money flow. Even if this sounds like coincidence, many people report similar stories. Sometimes the shift is not dramatic, but subtle, like finding a lost note of money, being offered extra hours at work, or receiving unexpected kindness. The salt acts like a quiet catalyst, changing the atmosphere, lifting the heaviness, and allowing opportunities to enter. Whether real or imagined, the practice serves as a reminder: when energy feels blocked, even a small ritual can spark momentum. And once momentum begins, the flow of abundance often follows. So let's bring it all together. You've seen how something as simple as salt can carry powerful meaning. Remember the key steps: choose the right spot, whether it's the corner of a room, the threshold of your door, or your money drawer. Use natural salt like sea salt or rock salt. Place it carefully, with intention, and renew it regularly so it continues to work. Most importantly, set your focus, your words, your thoughts, your energy, because that intention is what truly activates the ritual. Try it for a week, or even a full month. Notice how your home feels lighter, how your mind feels calmer, and how new opportunities might begin to appear. But never forget, salt is not a substitute for effort. Combine this practice with real action, your work, your planning, your choices. That's how spiritual rituals and practical steps come together to create real abundance. Now, I want to hear from you. Where will you place salt in your home? Will it be in a corner, under your bed, or maybe in your wallet? Tell me in the comments what happens when you try this. Your story might inspire someone else who needs to hear it. If this video helped you, don't forget to give it a like, share it with others, and subscribe to our channel Bright Mind Within for more powerful teachings. Together, we're creating a space where abundance flows and positive energy grows.